From BOI Weekly, beneficiaries of the federal government's MSME Fund and the Presidential Conditional Grant Scheme, disbursed by the Bank of Industry, share the stories of the positive impact of the intervention funds on their enterprises. Also, eligible youth-owned small and medium enterprises that benefited from BOI's free access to Bumpa's premium business management platform speak on how the digital tool has helped scale up their businesses. Plus, the Bank of Industry records a strong debut in Nigeria's domestic capital markets with the oversubscription of its 250 billion naira Series 1 fixed-rate bond. Good to have you join us on this edition of BOI Weekly. A warm welcome to the program. I'm Aramide Folorunsho. In different parts of Nigeria, business owners are putting to good use the grants and loans they received from FGN's 75 billion naira MSME Fund and the 50 billion naira Presidential Conditional Grant Scheme. Let's take you to Ibadan, Oyo State, and Asaba Delta State to see how some of the micro, small and medium enterprises are contributing their quota to the development of the Nigerian economy.
I am Ambassador Adeosun Ruth. I am the Creative Director of Ruth Fashions and Academy. We are located at Suite A, 70 and 71, NTA Shopping Complex, Agodi Gate, Ibadan. Initially, I was only doing the business all alone by myself, but a single person cannot do much because I need to really meet more customers' needs. So, and that particular time, I needed finance to get some equipment that would be needed. And that was why I sought for the federal government loan. I'm a member of NASME, and the information was sent through the executive level, and they communicated it to floor members, and everyone participated. And so that was what I got to know from my association.
One of the numerous micro, small and medium entrepreneurs that benefited from the federal government of Nigeria's 75 billion naira MSME funds disbursed by the Bank of Industry. The need for growth in her enterprise, which includes fashion design training and making of wearable pieces, led Ruth Adeosun to seek the FGN MSME loan.
The loan has really affected my business. It has really affected my business positively, because I wasn't at this level before. I wasn't operating at this capacity before. But ever since I got the loan, I've been doing better. Initially, the type of customers that we operate with then, they were basically customers that just want to do one sewing, like let's say bespoke. Somebody wants to do a party, and maybe after 1 week, you wait for another week or another month before you will be able to get another person to bring that kind of order. But now we do bulk garments. Like we make dresses into boutique standard. Like when we finish making them, with the help of these machines that we have procured, we can make dresses that even when you see it in boutique, you'll be asking, did you even make it here in Nigeria? So far so good, we've been able to dwell much on the bulk garments production.
She adds that there is no denying the positive impact of the financial support on her business, which she started in the year 2017.
The repayment plan is good, it's flexible enough. They have extended it to like a space period of 3 years. So far so good it has been. It has been good, it is flexible enough at least, and it's not choky for an entrepreneur.
From Oyo to Delta State, where Day and D Store Global Services Asaba is contributing its bit to the economic growth of the country. Josephine Okudili, the chief promoter of the enterprise, looks back on the state of her business and how the FGN MSME Intervention Fund through the Bank of Industry has changed the narrative of her enterprise for good.
Before I met BOI, my business was something else. It has not been bubbling the way I wanted it to be. So by the grace of God, as time goes on, through a friend I met to know about BOI, and by the grace of God, things have changed. It's no more the way it was before. My shop has been in a good shape. Business is moving the way I wanted it to. All I pray for that the way the business is improving now, it will continue in that form. Because the truth is that there is nothing in a business that whatever people want, you have it. So BOI made it possible for it that I have those things. So I could buy, after giving me the money, I could buy all the necessary items that my customers need.
For Josephine, one of the benefits of the FGN MSME loan is the repayment model.
They told me in 3 years to come. And by the grace of God, it was just 3 months they gave us to start paying, which I have started. I've done, this is the 3rd month, and I've done that. So I'm paying off, and the business is still moving the way it should. It's improving. I want to say a very big thank you to BOI. That the good work they are doing, they should keep on doing it. They are changing lives, and this is what we the Nigerians need. Getting a loan and going beyond that, meeting up to your needs, meeting up to what you want to. In fact, I'm saying thank you to them.
Moving to another impactful story. In the Kwai Kudendo community in Kaduna South local government area, one young woman, Mrs. Oluwaseyi Fumi Komolafe, an indigene of Osun State, is proving that agriculture can be a viable path to economic empowerment. She is a beneficiary of the federal government's Presidential Conditional Grant Scheme.
Oluwaseyi Fumi Komolafe, a graduate of accounting from Kaduna Polytechnic and an ambitious poultry farmer, determined to build a sustainable future for her family and community. Like many young entrepreneurs, Oluwaseyi's journey into poultry farming was not without challenges. Limited capital threatened the growth of her business until she benefited from the federal government's Presidential Conditional Grant Scheme for nano business owners disbursed by the Bank of Industry.
Finance has been one of our big issues. Before now, I was collecting, let's say, 10, 20 bags. But by the grace of God, I'm collecting 50. And hopefully, they've passed their trial stage, and hopefully I'm going to sell to make my money. So it's been helpful. The loan or grant has been helpful. Yes, the finance has impacted my business.
Looking ahead, Oluwaseyi hopes to further expand her poultry business by increasing the size of her flock, improving production, and supplying more eggs and poultry products to meet growing demand.
I want to say thank you to BOI. I'm saying thank you to the federal government of Nigeria also for this grant. My future plan, I would like to get a place bigger than this, then get a large farm, then employ people to come work for me, so I can be an employer of labor and also be a benefit to the society at large.
As Oluwaseyi continues to grow her poultry business, her story stands as a shining example of how access to finance can unlock opportunities for young entrepreneurs.
The combination of BOI's expertise in enterprise development and financing with Bumpa's innovative technology solutions is helping young entrepreneurs to run smarter and more efficient businesses.
The Bank of Industry's partnership with Bumpa, a leading Nigerian e-commerce and business management platform, has empowered 200 youth-owned small and medium enterprises with the digital tools and support they need to grow and scale their businesses sustainably.
What Bumpa is, it's a mobile-first digital commerce platform where merchants can essentially be able to build digital storefronts, manage their sales, track inventory, and get access to business analytics. No formal digital skills required, right? So essentially why we built the platform is that historically MSMEs have essentially run their business operations using fragmented tools and in a less structured way, whether it's WhatsApp or Instagram. With no real structured way to track their inventory, to manage their sales, or to accept payments. So with Bumpa, all of this structure is provided to these MSMEs in one place.
This partnership reflects the evolving role of development finance institutions like BOI. We're not just providers of capital, we're ecosystem builders. Today's entrepreneurs need much more than concessionary financing. They need access to skills, access to markets, access to the right kind of business networks, access to mentorship and business support systems. Leveraging an ecosystem approach helps them to compete, and it also helps in de-risking their financing. The program has encouraged a lasting shift towards digital business practices. Businesses are not only adopting these tools, but they're also seeing real value from them. In fact, about 50% of the merchants that initially enjoyed the free subscription are now paying with their own money. Overall, we are encouraged by the results of this pilot cohort. Building on this success, BOI will continue to closely work with development and strategic partners to scale opportunities for young Nigerian entrepreneurs across the country.
BOI's youth and skills mandate essentially aligns with what Bumpa was built to do, right? Which is remove the skills or the cost barriers that typically keeps MSMEs undigitized, right? But for us, what particularly stood out about BOI was BOI's willingness to fund that access by itself, essentially sponsoring subscriptions for 200 businesses. Which, like I said, remove that cost barrier that typically keeps businesses undigitized. Now, what that enabled us to do at Bumpa is to pair our platform with BOI's reach and credibility, and essentially enabled us to drive real adoption beyond just what we call a pilot.
Representing other young entrepreneurs who benefited from BOI's 6 months of free access to Bumpa's premium business management platform, the founder of Depeju Foods Hub, a proudly Nigerian food brand, and the chief executive officer of Cornerstone Beddings, a premium bedding manufacturing company, shared how the initiative has helped their enterprises track inventory, manage customers, receive payments, and expand their online presence with ease.
Bringing on Bumpa, it had helped us to scale our sales because you really don't need to come to my store. You don't need to pay me directly. You just pay on the Bumpa store and it will be delivered. And I must say this, for the sales that have occurred on Bumpa, personally, I've had to call those people. I've done upselling from those sales because you pay them, we make your deliveries to you without even having to see you. Aside that, they can now trust us more. Going to record. Like I said before, we had our own invoice that we use. However, we have to impute that manually. So if one customer comes, I impute, another customer comes, I impute. But with Bumpa, you can easily generate everything there. And it also helps you to track customers that have come and are not buying. You can easily do a follow-up call to know the reason why they're not buying. Also, one thing that record does is that when you want to do any of maybe marketing or your sales funnels or lead generation, whatever, it helps you to track are they male people asking for my business or female? What's their age range?
Starting out, it was not easy because when I was doing everything on my own, logistics, everything was on me. In fact, that time, I will not lie, there was nothing like inventory. I just receive and I just sell. With the help of Bumpa app, now I know the inventory I have, how many stock is remaining, how many bags we have left. Not only bags, I can break it down in kg because we measure in kg. So with the help of Bumpa now, I know what we have in stock, what we have left, what we have sold. So to many extents, I know my numbers. And again, I now have a concrete customer database. The CRM is really one of the things that Bumpa has helped me achieve. Then invoicing, yes, because now we serve corporate organizations too, because we do branding for them, especially Christmas period. And definitely they will ask for invoice. I can easily give invoice now. Then the analytics is there for me. We are presently running a sale that is 5% discount, free delivery and all of that. I was able to set all that on the Bumpa app. I don't have to, before I will have to carry calculator and be doing on this product, how much is 5% on this one. But I just entered and Bumpa did the remaining. I will first say thank you to BOI for the subscription. You know, digital tools can be expensive for small businesses. So with BOI coming in, making subscription for us, it relieved us of the financial stress and it gave us the feasibility that might not be easy to come by. What I mean by easy to come by is that we will have to spend to get it. But BOI gave us on a platter of gold with the 6-month subscription. So, and it has helped our growth.
If not for BOI, I probably wouldn't have jumped on Bumpa. And I'm very grateful that I adopted Bumpa. Thank you so much, Bumpa. Thank you so much, BOI. I love you guys. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for supporting SMEs. Thank you for, not just saying, oh, go and join Bumpa and stay there. Thank you for, monitoring it. Thank you for staying there. Thank you for coming to ask us, how are you feeling? How is it working for you? And that goes along because most of the time, after sales is more important than even the sales itself. So a very big thank you. And I love you guys. Thank you so much.
For the Bank of Industry, investing in young entrepreneurs is particularly important, given that approximately 60% of Nigeria's population is under the age of 30. This makes young people one of the country's greatest assets for driving innovation, entrepreneurship, and economic growth. In 2025, BOI's capital disbursement to 366 youth-owned businesses stood at 5.5 billion naira.
Among supported businesses, youth accounted for 84% of new hires in the transport and logistics sector, 87% of new hires in the beverage sector, and 72% of new hires in the hospitality and tourism sector. These results reaffirm our belief that investing in young entrepreneurs remains one of the most effective pathways to job creation, wealth generation, and economic development. Our youth and skills agenda is focused on equipping young Nigerians with the right vocational and non-vocational skills, business support, market access, business networks, and concessional financing, the type they need to build sustainable businesses and contribute meaningfully to the economy.
Let's now tell you about the oversubscribed BOI bond issue and what it means for the bank's long-term development financing objectives.
The Bank of Industry has recorded a strong debut in Nigeria's domestic capital markets, closing the book build for its 250 billion naira Series 1 fixed-rate bond oversubscribed. The bond was issued through BOI Financing SPV PLC under the bank's $1 billion multi-currency instruments program, providing a strong price discovery outcome amid robust institutional demand. The investor book was diversified across corporates and other institutional investors, including the pension funds community, asset management community, most of Tier 2 banks, and other notable investors.
Our ambition was 250 and we exceeded 250. Again, that is a strong testament of the credit quality of the Bank of Industry and the confidence that the investor community has in the Bank of Industry. I would attribute it to a combination of factors. First and foremost, I'll speak to the credit profile of the Bank of Industry. The Bank of Industry has a very peculiar and strong credit profile. Equally, the bond was underpinned by a strong credit rating. We got 2 credit rating agencies, the foremost domestic rating agency, Agusto & Co., and Intelligence Africa, unanimously ascribed BOI a AAA, which is investment grade. Equally and importantly was the quality of the bank's governance. In addition to that, I would also say it's the bank's business model that allows us to have one of the lowest NPLs in the marketplace today. And I think so when you look at all of that in its entirety, as well as the sort of development impact the Bank of Industry has continued to deliver upon, which is very palpable and where you find that a lot more people can relate to BOI's intervention in various respects. So whether it is intervention of capital to the micro, to the small, to the medium, to the large enterprises, BOI has actually impacted and deployed capital across those various divides. And I think that those are the sort of factors that have further reinforced confidence in BOI's transaction.
The lead issuing house for the bond, Chapel Hill Denham, believes the oversubscription of the BOI bond validates the bank's business plan.
Chapel Hill is a firm believer in the capital markets as a key source to finance economic growth in Nigeria and Africa. The BOI, that's the ethos, is really, financing economic growth. Our micro, small, medium, large enterprises are key to the agenda of the administration of a $1 trillion economy. Those are the engine blocks of economic growth. As a firm, we've been mobilizing capital on behalf of our clients, and when the Bank of Industry approached us, we're fully aligned and excited with their history in international capital markets of mobilizing capital to now tap the domestic market in line with what we've been preaching as a firm. We've done this for the sovereign, for the subnational, particularly Lagos states, and for major corporates in our economy. So when BOI knocked on the door, we were quite excited and we felt this was another way to deepen our capital markets.
We want to continue to appreciate all of our partners, whether in the pension community, our banking partners, partners within the insurance space, the asset management space, to extend our deep appreciation for your support to our paper. On a stakeholder basis, first and foremost, I'd equally like to extend a profound appreciation to the Honorable Minister of Finance, Mr. Taiwo Oyedele, for his support to us in many respects. Equally, the Director General, Debt Management Office, Ms. Patience Oniha, we do want to thank you very much for granting us the opportunity. You give us a window at a very auspicious time to come to market. But more importantly, I'd equally want to thank the Governor of CBN as well, Mr. Yemi Cardozo, who's supported us in various respects as well at the Bank of Industry. And also, and very importantly, is the President of the country, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who gave us overwhelming support at the Bank of Industry in terms of helping all the various stakeholders align with us at a very crucial point in time.
To blend the pricing of the bond and cushion the high interest rates for the benefit of manufacturers and other customers of the Bank of Industry, President Bola Tinubu has approved a 100 billion naira fund for BOI. The 250 billion naira bond transaction represents a significant broadening of BOI's funding architecture. Having established a track record in international capital markets, the bank is now complementing those external funding channels with deeper mobilization from domestic institutional investors. Proceeds from the issuance will enhance BOI's capacity to provide long-term financing to eligible enterprises across priority sectors, supporting investments in productive capacity, local value addition, employment creation, and economic diversification.
Indeed, BOI is fully committed to transforming Nigeria's industrial sector. As a business owner, are you interested in accessing any of the bank's products for the growth of your enterprise? If your answer is yes, scan the QR code on your screen for more information. Thank you so much for watching BOI Weekly. I'm Aramide Falorishaw. See you next time.